with multiple women accusing a WWE star of cheating and more. This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Reporting on Bronson Reed's return to WWE on Raw, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful said, "We're told that NJPW wanted to retain Reed and was hopeful he stayed. We'd long been told that Bronson Reed was a priority hire for Triple H when he gained power within WWE. We can confirm he's been inked to a contract. He is done with New Japan unless WWE brokers a deal to allow it, which hasn't been done yet." Talking about former WWE stars that did not move the needle for TNA, Eric Bischoff noted on his 83 Weeks podcast, "I love the idea that TNA allowed Ric Flair to be a part of WWE. That was a classy move on TNA's part. In fact, they negotiated for an appearance for a WWE person I thought diminished the class. Now it's transactional. What started out as a classic move turned into a transactional move." Another WWE name that didn't move the needle in TNA, great talent, no question about it, absolutely. Didn't matter, didn't move the needle. Because there was no strategy, but I thought the move was a great move in the beginning. I was a little disappointed that they diminished it by doing a quid pro quo. I just didn't like that part. But it was good for Rick. It didn't hurt Christian. Talking to KNS WrestleFest, Molly Holly spoke about a potential return to WWE, saying, "Told the creative writing team that if I do have to be in it, the 2023 Women's Royal Rumble, I need some advance notice because that hurts to go from not doing it for a long time and getting thrown in there. So they have not given me any notice as of yet, and it's getting close to that time. So they better tell me soon if I'm gonna have to be in it. The least amount of notice they've ever given me for a Rumble is 6 days. I go to the tanning booth. I try not to get too burned. I go buy rub on tan, bleach my teeth, dig through past outfits to see if I can bedazzle them or somehow jazz them up, because there's no way I can find a seamstress in that sort of time and do a lot of crying." After his home was broken into on December 8th, Hacksaw Jim Duggan took the intruder down, took the man's gun, and held him at gunpoint. As he said this on Instagram, "We would like to thank the Kershaw County Sheriff's Department for their prompt and professional response last week. A man who we had never seen before climbed our fence, ran through our yard to our front door, and was pounding on our glass doors. Before we could get to the door, he opened it and fell into our house. I held him at gunpoint while Deborah called 911. We are safe with no damage. Thanks to everyone for the concern and well wishes." Taking to Twitter to address scammers posing as her on social media, Alexa Bliss would say this in a video.
"I hate that I have to keep saying this, but I will say it over and over again. Y'all, I have one TikTok, one Twitter, and one Instagram. And they are all the ones with the check marks on them. I don't have personal pages. I don't have messaging apps. So anyone that thinks they are talking to me on any of those, I promise you 1000% you are not. I would never ask anyone for money or gift cards. So anyone that is pretending to be me, one, stop all communication, especially if they're pretending to be me. And if they're asking you for money or gift cards, or if they say that we are dating, I am happily married. I hate that I have to keep saying this over and over and over again, but I'm gonna keep repeating it until I guess it sinks in."
When it comes to appearances at the show of shows next year for WWE from three legends, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio that the main event for WrestleMania in a perfect world is Roman Reigns versus The Rock. It's been the hoped-for main event for this show in Los Angeles for a couple of years. Now we're here. Is it going to happen that way? Dwayne's real life is a lot more than just pro wrestling. Even though obviously he just did Tales from the Territories, Young Rock is all about his love letter to pro wrestling. The guy loves pro wrestling. But the number one thing that he's going to be dealing with this year at the time is not WrestleMania. It's going to be the XFL. And while he will not be making every single decision, he is co-owner. He will be the face. He will be out there having to promote this thing, and that's a lot of time. As far as what he's going to do, I don't think there's any guarantee one way or the other right now. So you're talking about that like it's solid. No, it's not a guarantee because there's too many things going on, and he may get a project. I don't believe he would go in half-assed. I will say that. Am I saying he's not going to do it? No, I'm not saying that at all. And if he's doing it, wow, you have him, Austin, and Cena all on the same show or the same weekend because they'll split them up, obviously. Cena's not 100% either, by the way, but he's got a movie in February and March, so he's not going to be able to do a lot of TVs. He will do the show if he's available, but it's the same thing. He may have other things going on, I was told. I guess the best way to put it is Cena is a probable and Dwayne is a possible. Austin is probably the surest of the three in the sense that he doesn't have anything bigger going on. It's just a question of how he feels, and he's gonna do what he feels like doing. Touching on the possibility of Sasha Banks making her way to AEW, Booker T said on his Hall of Fame podcast, putting Sasha Banks over by saying, yeah, I think she would do well over there in Japan. I don't think that's something that I would retract or anything like that. Do I think she would do well in AEW? I think she would overshadow anything that's going on in AEW from the women's side more than anything. I mean, it's not anybody over there other than Britt Baker that I think that genuinely matches up with her from a star power perspective. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong. With Matt Riddle's ex-girlfriend Daniela Petro coming out with allegations of sexual abuse against the WWE star, she has taken to Twitter to respond to the adult film star Jordan Max, who claimed Riddle cheated on her with another adult film star, Misha Montana. As she said in multiple videos, you know it's Tuesday. I think it's like December 20th. I'm doing this video because one, I want the women to hear it out of my own mouth. I'm sorry for attacking you on Twitter. I'm sorry for lashing out because you guys didn't want to listen to me. I am sorry that this could have been prevented if he would have just been stopped. Probably back in like the Candy Cartwright days when she sued him for sexual abuse. You would think someone would learn not to hurt women or abuse women. I'm talking about Matt Riddle. Talking about you, bro. You. I told you. You may have hurt me, but I'm not going to stop until you're stopped. And right now, I think the newest victim is Misha Montana, which she's in that like, I'ma stand by my man face solely. I respect, girl. I respect it. But you'll find out, and it's sad, you're going to find out the hard way. Jordan Max found out the hard way. Ivy Malibu found out the hard way. I found out the hard way. We all do. We really do. Finding out the hard way that you have been conned into loving a man who uses your love to then take advantage of you, to then manipulate you, to sexually abuse you, to torment you. And he has a pedestal of fame, and he has the support of people who idolize him. But why would you idolize the devil? Why will anyone listen to me? I didn't sue him. I didn't go for money. And no disrespect to Candy Cartwright for doing it, but I literally was just trying to stop him. And you all said I was doing this for clout. This man abused me sexually, and you didn't want to listen. And now you have videos that like Ivy Malibu is putting out, and she's still in that I want to protect him phase because she's not saying his name, but she's talking about Matthew Riddle. Y'all still don't want to believe it. Even Jordan's in that protecting phase because she's still under the impression that she was only mentally and emotionally abused, and you guys are using her work against her. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it very arrogantly. I told y'all. I told you all about him. I told WWE. And what are they doing? Sending him to rehab? Rehab's not gonna help him. He still has this job. He's still gonna do what he's doing. That man has so many messed up mental issues, and he takes it out on us, innocent women. Have you all noticed we all look alike? Blonde hair, long, high cheekbones, big lips, pronounced jawline. That's a predator, and he has a type. He preys on us. Now, granted, there have been other casualties too, along his traveling ways. There was a girl in Canada. There's been a lot of others, which I'm not going to speak about because that's not my place. But come on, people, wake up. WWE, you need to fire his ass. And 30 days in rehab is not enough time to fix what's wrong with this man. Charges might, but it's not here nor there. How do you prove sexual abuse? The one thing Matt Riddle has never, ever ever done is been held accountable. Ever. Oh, I'm doing drugs because of my divorce. Okay, so you're doing drugs while you were cheating on your wife with your mistress, who you then forced to do things. What about me? You said I made you the happiest going through your divorce, but you still abused me. So when's the accountability going to happen? When is people going to wake up and start realizing what I've been telling you, what these women are telling you? Instead of attacking us, how about you start seeing the pattern? Oh my God. All these different women, we have no affiliation with each other. Well, maybe two of them because of the porn industry. I was never a wrestler. I don't know who Ivy Malibu is. We all live in different states, which is even crazier. But the one thing we have in common, the one thing is Matthew Riddle. The one thing. Yet he calls us crazy. He says we're liars. But we all have basically the similar, same story just played out in different narratives. Think about it. People, wake up. Another adult film star that Riddle was supposedly seeing has now released a video as well accusing the WWE star of cheating.
What I can say is if you've seen anything or know anything, it all has been true. And a certain person has chosen to make decisions that have hurt me and countless other people. I don't want to be sitting in my car crying over this, and I don't want it to be attention grabbing, but sometimes people are just, they're not good people, and that's okay. I wish this person nothing but the best. I wish them nothing but healing and happiness in their heart, because apparently me and other people couldn't provide that for them, so they had to take away our happiness.
The adult film star that Riddle was spotted kissing recently would defend him online in response to these accusations, writing, "How do you cheat on someone when you're not in a committed relationship with them? I'll say one thing, I've said it before, I don't want to hurt anyone. I feel horribly that people are hurt, but looking to social media to ease that pain won't make you feel better, I promise. As tempting as it is, and I'll be honest, some of you almost got me today. I was about to respond with emotion, but I didn't because it doesn't help anything. A lot has been said about me lately and I don't care. I'm unbothered because I know who I am and I don't need validation from social media. I am who I am. Yes, I fell in love. Yes, I've made mistakes. I'm human." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.